There is nothing that could stop you from getting your desire apart from you. What you desire is yours. It's yours, it's done, creation is complete. Now, I want you to look at creation like an infinite shopping mall, okay? And in this shopping mall, you get to go in there and you get to select any version of reality you want. You get to select the people that show up, the versions of the people that show up, including your SP, your love interest. You get to select any version of them. You get to decide how they show up in your reality, how they treat you, how you are in your reality. So if you are going shopping in this infinite shopping mall to get your most loveliest reality that you want, then why are you still over here complaining about the reality that you don't want when you know all you've got to do is go in your mind and select a new reality? That is all we're doing. It might sound woo-woo crazy, people say it's delusional, call it what you want, but it works. I have been learning about this for the past 14 years, okay? And it is incredible. It is life-changing. And I think one thing that a lot of people can't understand is how simple manifesting is. I'm not saying it's easy. I mean, I have the assumption it's easy. But what I mean is a lot of us do have beliefs that hold us back. And I know some people in the manifestation community will be saying, well, that's just a limiting belief. You don't need to work on your childhood stuff in order to get what you want. Now, in my personal experience, and this is why when I work with clients, we do talk about childhood stuff, is because a lot of the time you can manifest exactly what you want, but a lot of people end up losing it because, for example, I had a fear of abandonment because of my childhood. I won't go into it because I don't need to. And all my relationships, I would literally sit and wait for the person to leave me. I would self-sabotage the relationship by thinking I wasn't good enough, thinking they'd find someone better. I'd always manifest relationships where I would be abandoned in some way, whether that was physically, emotionally, mentally. I was always abandoned. And it was important for me to recognize that in my childhood, this is what I had, this is what caused me to feel like I was going to be abandoned, so I could then change that. So I like to look at it like you planted a seed and it's growing weeds and it's not the nice garden that you want. And all you're doing is going in, digging out the old root of the old weed, chucking that in the bin, and then planting new seeds, which is your new reality, your new story, your new thinking, new beliefs, new assumptions. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I understand when people say you don't want to, you don't I don't want you to think that, you've got to fix yourself before you can get what you want. That's not what this is. It's not about fixing yourself before you get what you want. It's about understanding how the subconscious mind works, how your beliefs shape your reality. So when you change your assumptions around those specific beliefs that you hold and you start assuming something different, you are rewiring your brain and creating a new belief system. So it's like you've got a computer and you're upgrading it. You're getting rid of the old program and updating it with a new program. There's nothing wrong with that. You're just making sure that when you do manifest what you want, you get to keep it and maintain it. And this is why I buried for such a long time my abandonment thing. I thought, oh no, it's all right. I know I'm loved, I know I'm wanted, but I still didn't work on that abandonment thing. And subtly, it was very subtle. I still had the belief and the assumption that I'm going to be left. So I would do things, but behave in a way and think as if I was going to be left. I expected it. Like when I met my husband, I was telling myself, this is too good to be true. Like, this is going to end soon. What if he leaves? Maybe he's not going to want me. Maybe he's going to see what I'm really like and not want me, even though there's nothing to see. I am what I am. Like your brain just does crazy things when you hold these assumptions and these beliefs. So it's really important in my experience, and I'm talking from my experience and for those people that I've helped. And I get messages from people every day saying that, understanding their beliefs and what stories they hold, especially from their childhood, and how they play out in their reality, and then changing those beliefs has changed their life, has completely changed their life. Of course it has, because you're literally becoming a new you by rewiring your brain. Okay, so all realities exist, all versions of realities exist, every version of every person you want to experience exists. All you are doing is selecting the version you want, and then you persist with the assumption that this is who I am now, and you assume that you are loved, you are chosen, you are wanted, that people always stay in your life, you are special, you are a priority, you are more than good enough. You deserve to have health, wealth, money, love, all the things, whatever it is that you're manifesting. They're just examples. Okay, so you can do this. Go into that beautiful shopping mall in your mind and select your most perfect reality and build it in your mind. Create it in your mind from what's already available to you and build that vision, okay, in your mind, and your 3D will reflect it.